Welcome to Let's Play Rule the Waves 2 as France, starting in 1920. This is episode number 19, and we are entering into 1932. Last year was a year of mixed fortunes, and as you can see, we are running out of money. We've only got 13,000 left. Luckily, the mine-laying submarines that I've ordered should be built in a couple of months, which should just rescue us from having to halt the construction of the two battleships and the carrier that we have building at the moment. Tensions with America are at level 8, so could be better. And boom, there we go with the submarines. So let's just check how they've come out. So they've only got 70% effectiveness. I had hoped for a little bit more. The next group of submarines will be more effective. I see my monthly balance, however, hasn't gone into the positive as I had hoped. So unless I get some lucky tensions or scrap some things, then I'm going to have to make some difficult choices. Nice little ship under construction. Fair enough. Pretty par for the course for this kind of non-treaty heavy cruiser. Some nice bombers, if you believe the reports. Bulbous bow. Okay. Our first breakthrough of the year. Now, the Italian have jumped up slightly, but okay. And the slight annual, one of the two annual increases in budget when you get 1 or 2%. Turrets and gun mounts, okay. Reduced national rate of fire. All right, okay. So hopefully some of the rate of fire mods might be removed. And here we are at the last turn before I have to delay. So come on, give us, okay, tensions rise. Do they rise enough? That El Duce, what does he know? New fighter. So we are looking for range at light, so 126, 147. That looks nice. Good speed. Firepower much the same. Maneuverability better. Okay. Pretty clear winner. We'll have that one. Thank you. Okay. So it has increased a little, but not by enough. Tension is now 9, which is all fine and dandy, but I, really don't want to go to war with the Italians. There's not much I can gain from them. I want war with America. So now I'm going to have to halt one of these. So I'm going to halt this one. Nope, not scrap, halt. Get away from the button. Okay, so that's brought us up. So halting it for a few months will hopefully allow tensions to rise. And of course, it will stop our funds going into negative. You can't stay in negative for too long before the game really starts punishing you. They'd like to buy something? Yep, fine. More naval gun improvements for more completely irrelevant naval guns. Okay, so that's rebuilt our funds slightly. Try one more turn. Nope. No increase in budget. So let's go back and resume construction. Obviously that will put us into minus again, but we may have to start it in order to get it through. Ooh, well, this is a surprise. One of our important dignitaries has been assassinated by a group of anarchists apparently supported by the USA. Yes, this feels like an ultimatum. That's a double tension. Could this take us straight to war? I'm not ready for war. I'm really, really not ready for war. But, you know, why not? It's only a game. I didn't say that. That's great. Ugh. Oops. And we're at war. So this is going to be awkward. Most of my fleet is either in reserve or is in mothballs. They are split between the Med and Northern Europe. And obviously the crew quality of the stuff that's been in mothballs in particular is very poor. So yes, we'll have to just see what we can do with this unexpected situation. So obviously the first bonus is the budget's jumped up to 529, so it's increased nearly 100,000. So that's taken us slightly into the black. However, I'm going to have to mobilize. So that takes us pretty definitively into minus numbers, which is unsustainable. So I either have to halt some construction, so let's at least do one of those. It's going to be ready in a year. No, let's halt this one. Okay, that halves the problem, but is still a problem. So it looks like I'm actually going to have to get rid of some of these obsolete ships and make some hard choices. So let's have a little review. So I'm certainly going to scrap these devastations. 9-inch belt, 21 knots speed, 12-inch guns. I just can't afford to carry dead weight around. So that's those two. That's helped a bit. Not maybe as much as I would hope. What about these two? Well, they've got a much better belt. Reasonable speed. Oh, hang on. That's the design speed. Its actual speed, oh no, reasonable speed, 23 knots, 13-inch guns. Okay, so, yep, I'm going to keep those. It's taking it down to still not enough. This light cruiser with 5-inch guns and only 25 knots is really easy meat. So scrap that one. These. So this one in Southeast Asia is fine. So that's got rid of all the slow light cruisers except for the colonial one. We've got these 4 heavy cruisers. Now they are, well, 2 of them are elite, 2 of them are fair. They're only 25, 24 knots, 4 10-inch guns, secondary battery of 8-inch guns. I'm going to get rid of the Montcalms because their crew quality isn't up to it, and I fear that they will be caught out. Use them as gunnery practice. Yes, let's do that. Improved gunnery in the Navy. Well, that was well worth it. Okay. So still over by a fair old chunk. Well, let's live with it for now and see what we can do. Now there's also, let's just do location because we need to concentrate the fleet into, well, I was going to say into Northern Europe, but actually they're almost all there. So let me just take the battleships and move them to Northern Europe. The rest are on colonial service, and we're leaving the Mediterranean essentially naked at the moment. We'll see if the Americans try and take advantage of any of that. So there we go. We look at the almanac. We can see that we have 14 in service. They have 22 plus 7. So, yeah, more than double the number of capital ships. We are much better than them in carriers. I mean, they've got 4 light carriers, but some of those light carriers had like 11 planes. They've got a lot of cruisers. So I've only put destroyers on trade protection at the moment, but I may need to revise that. My submarine force, let's just go back to the almanac so I don't have to count, is 23. They've got 16. I think I'm going to put them on unrestricted and see how that goes. I haven't built as many submarines as I'd hoped. I did get over battleshipped, I think it would be fair to say. Or I assumed that when I was flush with money back in 29, 30, that would continue rather than this miserable year of 31 and 32. I'm going to bring this episode to a halt so that we can start afresh with the beginning of the war. Thanks for watching, and see you next time for some proper battles and see what the Americans can do to harm us. What can possibly go wrong? Bye for now.